The heat continues. We had our 11th 90-degree day yesterday and more on the way, and also the chance of some storms next week. So we racked up yet another 90 yesterday, our 11th of the season, 91 at MSP. A lot of suburbs hitting 90 degrees, as well as a few south central Minnesota places out around New Ulm and southern Minnesota seeing a couple of those. We're seeing more of those coming up, and indicative of what's been a very hot June. 11 so far, 4 is normal to date, and we've got at least 3 or 4 more coming here through the 4th of July. So we're going to be way ahead of schedule for those number of 90s, which is not shocking because it has been a hot May and June so far. In fact, this June that we're wrapping up, 3rd hottest on record. And what's remarkable is we had our 2nd hottest year just 2 years ago. Remember, in 2021, this is also the 2nd driest June on record. Only a couple of Junes have ever not had an inch of rain. It should be our wettest month of the year. And the temperature anomalies or difference from normal were worse in northwestern Minnesota. That's where it was the hottest relative to normal temperatures. And then as you moved east, you get into the mid-Atlantic, northeast. They've been seeing cooler than normal temperatures this month of June, but dry for a large area. Illinois, the entire upper Midwest, including Minnesota. All this orange is only a quarter of normal precipitation. And of course, it would be even worse had we not seen some of that rainfall last weekend. Today's going to be very close to 90, might be a degree shy of it or right near it across southern Minnesota. Pleasant still in northern Minnesota. They'll be near 80 degrees today, but each of these next couple of days is going to get hotter, and these readings are above normal. We expect it to be pretty warm this time of year, but it's the consistency of these hot days that's a little unusual. 5 to 10 degrees above normal again today. The main focus for weather the next few days is this upper level trough, much like we've been seeing through the June pattern, cutting through the upper level ridge, which is focused to the south, but really extends into Canada. So that's going to keep thunderstorms south of most of Minnesota here the next couple of days until we see a cool front next week. But really heating up here. Monday is going to be the peak of our heat. We're talking mid 90s. The hottest we've been so far this season is 92. So we may beat that on Monday. And then a cool front is going to start to touch off some isolated thunder, mainly north and west on Monday. Better chance Tuesday ahead of that front of scattered showers and thunderstorms. Severe risk as well Monday and Tuesday with these storms, and then Wednesday still some lingering showers, maybe some thunderstorms for the first half of the day, and cooler. We'll get a break from the heat, some relief here. Looks like Wednesday, Thursday, just around 80 here, but just around 70 in northern Minnesota. And the Storm Prediction Center already watching the northern half of Minnesota for Monday for a severe risk, and that area will likely shift south right over the Twin Cities for Tuesday. So the 4th of July, big holiday, of course, but we might have to be keeping our eyes and ears peeled for potential severe storms. Still early, though. And then behind that front, as I mentioned, cooler on Wednesday, 80 degrees, and we'll see a drop in humidity, too. That's another thing that's going to be going up is muggier dew points is heading into the weekend and early next week. But perfect weather to be at a lake or pool right through Monday. It's just that Tuesday will become a bit stormy later in the day. It will be hot, though, for most of it, and then we'll have to look for some late afternoon storms that will linger into the first half of Wednesday.